want the whole thing to go off?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was in your way. I can just take
No,
this.
that's fine. I'll be out of your way in a moment. Hey, Michael. Where's Michael? There you are. Hi. What do you want on here? Do they have something loaded, or should I just turn it off completely? Or
Turn it off. We can bring the screen up.
okay. Is it? I don't know where the controls for that is. Michael, you running up? He's running up. Yeah. I just don't know. I don't know if it's in the...
Good morning. Good morning. I want to welcome everyone to the MEDEX graduation ceremony. My name is Terry Scott, and I'm the program director for the MEDEX program. Please join me in standing and welcoming MEDEX Tacoma Class 3. Please be seated. Again, I want to welcome everyone to the graduation ceremonies here today. I want to start by acknowledging the graduates, as this is a very special day for them. I also want to say that this journey did not begin upon acceptance into the MEDEX program. Because of the MEDEX program's requirement for experience to get into this program, these individuals have been on a multi-year journey to get here. And I want to acknowledge that commitment, that dedication. It says a lot about you as graduates of this program. I also know that something like this does not occur and and those that may not even be here who have supported you as well. So I'm going to ask you to indulge me in a moment and just stand, if you will, turn and face this wonderful audience and acknowledge those in attendance who have supported you on this journey. So if you will do that for me. Thank you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm going to quickly review the agenda, but before I do that, I want to just let the audience know that while this is a formal graduation ceremony, MEDEX prides itself in having informality around this. So we recognize that this is a special day for the graduates, a special day for those in attendance who help support these individuals. So don't feel the need to stay glued to your seat. When your graduate comes up on this stage to receive their certificate, feel free to get up in front of here, hoop and holler all you like to, because this is a special day. So while it is a formal ceremony, this is to be fun. This is about the graduates and you all. James, who you'll hear about in just a moment. We're going to meet and hear from some of the student leaders and speakers. We're going to present some awards that have been chosen by the faculty and given to some of the soon-to-be graduates. These are going to be, the graduates don't know who these individuals are going to be, so that's going to have some suspense when they come up on stage. This will be the first time they've heard about this as well. Then we're going to be awarding some certificates, and that's the opportunity to get that photo opportunity or video opportunity, so take full advantage of it. And then we're going to have some closing remarks, and we're going to have the graduates come back up on stage so we can get one last photo of this cohort together. I will say that I was chatting with some of the folks, some of you just a moment ago. Your future is bright. The opportunity to be a PA is a wonderful, wonderful opportunity. The doors and opportunities that will open up to you as a result of being a PA will be tremendous. You cannot dream of what this is going to do for you, the opportunity that's going to present itself. I will say don't be afraid of it. Jump in both feet, even if you don't feel comfortable with it, because you've been stretched a lot this last couple of years. If there's one thing we've done, we've taught you how to be able to deal with adversity and the unexpected. Well, your career is going to unfold the next several decades, so please enjoy it. Take full advantage of it. You are the future of this profession. Now, having said that, MEDEX is a significant part of the University of Washington School of Medicine. Bringing greetings from the School of Medicine is Dr. Paul James. Dr. James is a professor and chair of the Department of Family Medicine. He attended the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, where he received his baccalaureate and medical degrees. He completed his family medicine residency training at the University of Virginia Hospitals in Charlottesville, Virginia. In 2001, Dr. James was recruited to Iowa as the first Iowa Academy of Family Physicians endowed chair in rural medicine and founded the Research Network. And in 2005, he became chairman, executive officer of the department, and in 2010 was named the Donald J. and Anna M. Otali Endowed Chair of Family Medicine. Dr. James brings expertise to the UW School of Medicine's Department of Family Medicine in several areas. Some of these include rural medicine, which is a strength of UW Medicine, ambulatory medical education, practice-based research, and measurement of healthcare quality for patients with cardiovascular diseases and team-based care. We're proud to have Dr. James as our keynote speaker, so please welcome Dr. James to the podium.
Thank you very much, Terry, for that introduction. It's really my honor, graduates, to be here to help honor you. But before we get to you, I want to speak maybe to the other people who are really important to you, which is our family and friends that support the graduates. I want to deliver a very special welcome to you. As a family doctor, I know that the most incredible social unit that civilization ever created was the family. And without families, these graduates wouldn't be here with the success. And so a special welcome and thanks to the family and friends of our graduates. I also then want to give a special thanks and welcome to our University of Washington MEDEX faculty, both at the main campus in Seattle, but also here in our Tacoma campus, and representatives of the University of Washington Tacoma campus. Again, without their involvement, your success would not be possible. So, graduates, you've worked really, really hard. I'll bet you think, for the most part, and I think this sometimes too, people out there don't know how hard you have had to work. The times where you've had to study longer and longer and longer than you ever imagined was possible, or you had to delay gratification, or you didn't get to go to the movies that you don't even know what movies were out in the last 2 years. Our graduates have a lost 2 years. They don't know what happened in the news, and I appreciate that. And to some degree, I'm gonna talk to you about the importance of understanding that we in the healthcare profession, sometimes we do choose sacrifices. I know that many of you also come with military backgrounds, and healthcare, like military, is to some degree a calling. And when you are called, some of us have to answer, and it's time, it's go time to do what it takes to get the job done. In my own life, my very first day of practice in rural North Carolina, I enjoyed the benefits of working with 2 physician's assistants. Both of them were Vietnam veterans. And I was a young doctor straight out of residency, and I was involved in things that sometimes seemed to get over my head in rural practice. But these were seasoned veterans who I learned a lot from, and who I hoped learned from me. And together we created a team. And I'm here to say today that the most important aspect of modern day healthcare in America is that effective healthcare is team-based healthcare. And it's all of us working together to achieve goals and to achieve improved patient health. And in that regard, I just want you to know that your profession is vibrant and the most important that it has ever been in the history of the PA profession. So today is about you, but tomorrow is going to be about others. And that's the journey you have chosen. And so I don't want to frighten anyone out there, but let's think about it. There are people out there walking around today, going about their lives, and they don't know it, but something's going to happen to them, and they're going to come into contact with you, and they're going to ask for your help. And you are now in the position where you're going to be responsible to do the things that we've taught you to do, to take a good history, systematically review what their issues are, do a physical exam, think about tests. But ultimately that patient wants you to reach across to them and help them in that healing process. So that's a story that I hope one day you're going to be able to tell your faculty here at MEDEX about how you rose to the occasion And in order to illustrate a little more about the importance of listening to patients, reaching out and being there for them, I want to tell you a little story about my own practice and how at times we can be our best self, which is that person that reaches out across and heals, and sometimes we can be our worst selves. And I want to obviously encourage you to be your best self. So I told you I was in rural practice. It was really busy. I worked really hard, and I was working hard on a November week, and I'd just been on call. I was very tired. It got to be Friday, and Friday night came, and I thought, I just need to rest. Well, my brother, who lived in town, who's a farmer, called me and said, Paul, let's go to the high school football game. And I thought, it was raining. I didn't have any children in playing, why would I want to go? But actually, I was the team doctor. Oh. So maybe I should. And he cajoled me and said, yes, I'm going to stop by and pick you up, and we'll go. And I'll bring a raincoat. But you get a sense of my state of mind. Do you ever get that way where you're just a little bit selfish and you think, I've given and given and given all week, and now I'm going to possibly give one more time? And so I got into the car reluctantly, and we went to the game. We had a losing team. That didn't help. Okay. So we're driving down this dark rural road, and it's raining, and in front of us, the lights are shining brightly like a city in front of us, and I see the red lights of fire engines and the white and blue lights of highway patrolmen, and it's pretty clear that up in front of us, maybe 2 to 3 miles from the high school, is a terrible automobile accident. And my brother's energized by this, and he's on the volunteer fire department and rescue squad, and he jumps out and says, come on, Paul, let's go. And I'm thinking, oh. And I believe in teams. and I think, you know what? The rescue people are the best people for this situation. I prescribe medications, I can do surgical procedures, but there's no OR here. Do I really need to be out there? But what I'm describing for you is me at my worst. And my brother then had since gone, and I saw the highway patrolman come back to his car to radio, and I stepped out to just say, hi, I'm Dr. James, do you think I'm needed? I couldn't get that out because he looked at me and recognized me. Everyone knows who the doctor is in a rural community. And he said, oh, Dr. James, yes, they need you. The young man is still stuck in the mangled car, and he lives in that house right there beside the accident. And he pulled out onto the highway and was hit head-on by a drunk driver. That's a terrible situation. And the unimaginable then is that his parents are witnesses to this event. So I quickly run up and step into the light, and it gets quiet all of a sudden, and I hear a voice say to a mother, everything is going to be all right now. Dr. James is here. Oh, that is pressure, huh? Yeah. And I got hot in my heart and in my throat because I wanted to scream, no, it's not all right. this is bad. This is really bad. But no, that's not a part of your training, is it? It's not a part of your training. And part of your training is to be methodical and to be consistent and to think through processes. And you know about ABCs, and you know about airway and breathing and circulation. And the young man spoke to me, and that was a great sign. And I had an EMT who was really fumbling with the IV, and all he needed was me to hold the skin tautly so that vein wasn't moving quite so much. And boom, he was in, just like that. And within the next 2 minutes, the jaws of life did work, and we got him out, and I was able to ride with them to the hospital. And I thought to myself, I didn't really do anything. But a few days later, everybody in the town was talking about this young doctor who had saved this young man. And I thought, no, it wasn't me that saved the young man. It was the team. It was the system. But teams work because of us as individuals. I want to share with you that I went up to the mother later to really sort of try to reorient her, and I wanted her to know that, you know, it really wasn't me. And she looked at me and she said, well, I don't know why you would say that, but tell me why. And I talked to her about, well, I think to some degree it was chance. It was just chance. And a lot of times in medicine and science, we talk about chance as a random event, and you're either lucky or unlucky. And she looked at me and she taught me perhaps one of the most important lessons that I hope to share with you, which is, she said, Dr. James, your way of thinking about chance is not the way I think about chance. She said, you think chance is just if something happens or not. But that night, my husband and I, we prayed for a chance. We just wanted a chance. And a chance for us, and a chance for all of our patients, is that they get the best possible care that they can get at any given time. And if that care is delivered, knowing that they had been able to work with you, a healer, to deliver the best care possible, makes things okay. If their son, she told me, if my son had died after you had been there, I would have thought, well, he had a fighting chance. And that's all she wanted. But then she said to me, you know, everybody began to work much better when you were there. The team worked better. And we all are going to work better when we have the support of those around us on these teams. So there are a few lessons then that I want you to take away from this story. The first, I've kind of told you that it's about the patient. It's not about you, especially it's not about you at your worst. Be your best self. And how do you become your best self? It's attending to yourself and your family. It's finding the balance, because medicine is a horrible mistress, or mister for some of you, that is constantly asking for more of our attention and time. And you have to be your best when you're working in medicine. And the way to be your best when you're working in medicine is to make sure that you're finding the balance with your loved ones that you've built your support network, and that you are maintaining your own health, exercising every day, eating a good balanced diet. I'm telling you what your mother would have told you. The second lesson is that that evening I was a vehicle for hope, and you are that vehicle for hope. You've done the work, you've earned it. Be the hope that people are looking for. Sometimes you can't even imagine how that's going to happen. So then I've told you, well, it's not about you, it's about patients, but now I'm going to say, you know, it is about you. And today is about you and your graduation, but it's about you. This represents you at your best. And so I'm going to say, don't listen to the voice in you that pulls you down, but listen to the voice in you that calls you to higher things, because that's why you are here today. And I expect you, and I challenge you to be that best in what you do every day. So with that, graduates, congratulations. I wish you the very best, and God bless you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jennifer Erickson. I'm the site director here in Tacoma. You know when you are giving a presentation and the person in front of you does such an amazing job that the next year you say, I'm going to not present after him. That's what just happened. I'd like to say thank you to all the family and friends that are here today. I know that the faculty, we stole your family member or your friend from you for the last 2.5 years, and I really appreciate you lending them to us. I think that we're graduating such a wonderful young group of PAs here. And I'm completely proud to know that I even a little bit helped make you the PA that you're going to be. But I do want to talk to you really quick about MEDEX. This is a time-honored tradition. When you go to a PA conference in any state, anywhere, and on your badge it says MEDEX Northwest, every PA in academia, every PA student knows exactly where you're from. And you guys are now part of this legacy. And so do it well. And remember, in a few years, you're going to want to take some PA students, right? So it is my privilege and pleasure to introduce the next speaker, who is your class president, who I've known for many years, Army medic. I'm probably the proudest of her out of everyone in your class for making it here today. Emily Clayton, want to come up and give a speech?
Welcome, everyone. Thank you for coming. I first met this stone-cold pack of weirdos 2 summers ago. In Aaron's backyard, we gathered with our spouses, significant others, and children. I brought my dad. We wanted to get to know each other before classes even began and allow our families the opportunity to meet so that they would also have a support system. It took no time at all to recognize the collective personality of the group as fun-loving and to know that we were meant for each other. In those first hours, nicknames were given, plans were made, friendships were formed. But I've come to realize these are not just friends, we are family. We have laughed so hard, we almost had abs. Some of us have run into each other crying in the parking lot. We've supported each other in moments of grief and celebrated in moments of success, held each other accountable, and force-fed each other pizza when hypoglycemia set in. This family has taught me important life lessons, like sometimes you gotta risk it for the biscuit. They've helped me answer life's more puzzling questions, like what the heck is an enzyme? Sure, we have not seen eye to eye on some things. Maybe we disagreed on what is business casual, or is it okay to cook fish in the toaster oven at 10 a.m.? But we've always handled conflict with respect for each other, except that time Mike and I threw oranges at each other. It was midway through fall quarter of didactic year when it hit me. I was profoundly overwhelmed with the sense that I did not belong with this group of brilliant individuals. MEDEX must have made a mistake. I learned later that most of us were feeling the same way in some capacity. I think that speaks to the humble attitude of this class because, as you know, the individuals seated in the front rows here are beyond impressive. Franz, are you awake? He's awake. Our class speaker is someone that embodies that humble attitude, who represents TC3 with intelligence, professionalism, and confidence. He began his career in medicine at the age of 18 as an EMT and spent the 4 years prior to PA school serving as a paramedic in Spokane, Yakima, and Pierce counties, in Alabama and Alaska, and the Kalispel tribe. What I admire most about David is his sense of adventure and his perseverance. This past February, he ran his first 50K on Orcas Island in the rain and snow with 8,400 feet of elevation gain. Mind you, to this point, David hadn't run a half marathon or a marathon, because why not start with a 31-mile race? I know what you're thinking. That's crazy. Why would someone do that? And that's what the last 2.5 years have felt like at times. I think running a 50K is a great analogy for PA school. It is not for the weak. It is designed to push your limits. Some will fall out. It will make you question why you started in the first place. People will tell you are crazy, or at least that you look crazy at 11:30 at night, drawing mind maps on a whiteboard with way too much caffeine on board and a wild look in your eyes. But we persevered, we finished, with blisters and dehydration of the emotional variety, with a sense of accomplishment only understood by those who have run the same race, and with those who stood on the sidelines cheering us on and waited for us at the finish line. Though he is one of the more articulate members of our cohort, he represents the spirit of TC3 without uttering a word. His beard is fluent in at least 14 languages. I am honored to introduce our class speaker, David Johnson.
Emily, thank you so much. Good morning, everybody. My name is David Johnson, and I'm the chump who forgot to take his name off of the class speaker ballot. So here I am. But it'll be my honor to share a few words with you on this very special day. I'm going to be honest, I actually don't think of this as a particularly special day. There were thousands of people and interactions and lessons that got each of us here to this day. Days of hardship and joy, epiphanies and mundanities, and even a few profanities. Together with yesterday and tomorrow, the interactions, feelings, and lessons from today will lead us to another special day, 10, 20, or 100 days from now. In my way of thinking, today is equally as important as every other day. Bear with me for a moment here. Across about 30 months, my 24 classmates and I have had over 22,000 unique cumulative days of PA school. Despite a shared curriculum and tight friendships, we each gleaned different things from these days. Beginning with how to dress business casual, clearly I'm still working on that one. And mnemonic devices for rolling cranial nerves. Some of us have learned how to deal with a scary diagnosis or how to stand on our own when we lost something we depended on for support. We improved our study tricks and time management and even people skills. And we learned one hell of a lot of medicine. Here at MEDEX, we also got better at reflection. And I've reflected on 3 big lessons among thousands of small ones that I'll carry forward with me. The first lesson is in trust. Trust in the process of MEDEX, of PA school. I'll tell you, there were days when I couldn't imagine why we were possibly doing the things we were doing. For instance, completing our seemingly endless prescription assignments or memorizing word for word the personal narration of our physical exam maneuvers. But as time went on, the value of each of these little things compounded, and we've turned out 25 knockout PAs. I also had to learn to trust my classmates. There were times when I wanted to be a lone wolf when studying or completing assignment, but the relentless and unconditional support of my classmates always drew me back to the herd. And today, I can now say that without a doubt, I'm a stronger person and will be a better PA for having been supported by all of you. So thank you for that. The second major lesson is that everyone, classmates, teachers, patients, they all have something to share and something to teach us. In medicine, we often call these things pearls. I've even been carrying around a pearl notebook with me for the last year in clinicals. It's getting pretty gross. I probably shouldn't carry it in my pocket anymore. I've consciously and unconsciously collected thousands of pearls over the past 2 years. Pearls that have shaped me and will inevitably shape my patients, family, and community in the future. Pearls like how to remember specific lab values for certain diseases, and general advice, like sometimes the best medicine is to just shut up and listen to your patients. Each of my classmates, wow, you are truly incredible. Whether introverted or extroverted, each of you are humble and loaded with character. Having the chance to get to know my classmates, some of you have shared harrowing stories of your personal pasts. Others have told me about tragic experiences you've had while caring for patients overseas or here at home. Each of these experiences could have been enough to crush a person, but paradoxically, these experiences have become an integral part of your character and a major reason why you are the resilient and compassionate PAs we see sitting here today. I could give an entire speech about each one of you, but instead, I'll just say that you all have inspired me in ways you'll never know, and I'm honored to now call you my friends and colleagues. And the same is true for our faculty, both past and current. All of you are uncommonly dedicated, supportive, and talented, and I truly mean this. And as far as I'm concerned, you all are the bullseye for the type of provider I hope to be in the future. So thanks for being that role model. From my preceptors, I've learned so much more than medicine, so many subtle pearls that I can only hope to master after thousands more days of being a PA. The third lesson is in support. Primarily, the unfathomable depths of support that our friends and family have given us. Many of you have practically been that mom lifting the vehicle for the past 2.5 years. You can set down the vehicle now. Actually, wait, not yet. We still have to take the boards, so you can let it down soon. But truly, to family and friends, faculty and mentors, everyone who has supported and guided us, I thank you. Now let's go make the most of this pompless and uncircumstantial day and each one that follows. Congratulations, friends.
My name is Jonathan Maher. I'm a faculty member here at the Tacoma MEDEX site. It is my honor to acknowledge the veterans among us. When the physician assistant profession was first started, it was to try and help solve a problem of not enough providers. A big part of the answer to that was military medics. The first class at MEDEX consisted entirely of military veterans, and the first civilian actually wasn't admitted to the program until sometime in the mid-70s. That has continued to this day. Veterans and their experience are a foundation of both the PA profession and of MEDEX Northwest. I am an example of that. Served in the Navy, and I'm a MEDEX graduate. I'd like to acknowledge the veterans in Tacoma Class 3. If you all could please stand. Turn around. You thought your time in service was ending. It is just continuing, and may you have a long career providing wonderful service as physician assistants.
Good morning. My name is Tim Evans, and I give a lot of lectures. I'd like to extend my personal congratulations to this to Tacoma Class 3. It was only 2.5 short years ago that you started this, and I am fortunate that I get to spend that whole first summer locked in a room with you guys. And year after year, it is the high point of my working life. Like all classes before you, you guys are smart, hardworking, attentive, and you really want to do this. And you have to really want to do this in order to be able to get where you are today. You came to us as very accomplished people already, but in the last 2.5 years, you've made an enormous leap in your abilities and skills and knowledge, and now opportunities to go out and do good work. And we know that you will, because 2,300 of your predecessors are already out there doing good work, and you're going to go out and do the same thing that they've been doing, which is to make us proud. It's hard to say how proud we are of you at this moment. These 4 graduations each year are the best days of the year for me. Last week, we graduated Anchorage and Spokane classes, and this week, we graduated Seattle yesterday, and you guys today. The best part about this is that for the whole rest of your careers, we get to continue to enjoy our pride in you because of the good works that you are going to go out and do. You will fly away and you'll do stuff we never could imagine doing. And we are proud of you now, and we're proud of you in advance for all the rest of the good stuff you're going to do. And you have great students like we do. If you put them in the general vicinity of knowledge, they will soak it up. But we and they are also fortunate that we have a lot of really terrific educators, both didactic lecturers in the classroom, but also preceptors who welcome our students into their clinics to teach them how to actually do this in real life. They're all volunteers. We could not do this without them, and we're grateful to them as well. So each year, each graduating class, all 4 campuses, have the opportunity to select 3 of their outstanding teachers, both from didactic and the clinical year, to acknowledge their expertise, the gifts that they have given, and our appreciation to them for their efforts on your behalf. And these 3 individuals will be recipients of what we call the MEDEX Golden Apple Awards. And it's my pleasure to have a chance to present them now. These are all busy people. This is Friday morning. Some of them are at work, so we're not certain if all of them are here. But when we have called your name, if you're here, please come forward to receive your Golden Apple. First recipient is PAC Mike Carter, who was a member of the Tacoma Class 1 graduating class. He's currently employed as a teaching associate in the School of Medicine Department of Cardiology and works in the CCU at the University of Washington Medical Center. He lectured our students in emergency medicine, professional role development, and tech skills. Student comments included, excellent work at getting into the details of EKGs. Sometimes lectures go over our heads, but Mike is a master of pulling it together and explaining the why and how of things. Another student wrote, Mike has continually repeated the basics as we evaluate EKGs, and that has led to forming a system. For example, thinking of rate, rhythm, P's for Q's, etc. To top it off, he has a great way of making the class feel at ease and offer his support in any way. Our mere words cannot convey our gratitude. Mike, if you're here, please come forward.
I'll never pass up an opportunity to say a few words. I appreciate you guys so much. This is my first real foray into teaching. I was a new grad when I was put up in front of you guys, and it was an excellent opportunity. I can't thank you guys enough. You guys are going to make a huge difference in this world going out there. I think I probably got this more for my lack of professionalism than my adequacy of education, but you guys will do fantastic, even you, Doug. Thank you.
The second Golden Apple Award goes to PharmD Andrea Corona. She's currently employed as a faculty member and pharmacy residency program director for the Providence St. Peter Family Medicine at Olympia. She lectured in patient management in multiple specialties and disorders. Student comments included, I cannot say enough about how excellent I felt after the lecture Andrea presented. It all felt so intuitive and organized. The manner in which she presented the material, really in capitals, facilitated the learning process. Outstanding. Another student wrote, great job. She is fantastic at engaging different learning styles. Andrea broke it down and categorized the meds and classes in an extremely simple to understand method. The biased opinion for me is that she has been the best pharm lecturer we have had, and I'd love to have her back anytime. Please join me in congratulating Andrea Corona.
Thank you, everybody. It was such an honor to teach to you, and thank you for remembering me. I feel like I only did a couple lectures for you, so I was just really touched to receive the email to say I received this award. And I do a lot of teaching throughout the year to a lot of different students, and I have to say coming here to MEDEX is one of my absolute favorite things. You guys are so dedicated and a lot of fun at the same time, and I appreciate your engagement, and I can't wait to see what you're going to do in our community here in the South Puget Sound. Congrats.
The third Golden Apple Award goes to Carlos Vigil, PAC, who is a graduate in MEDEX Seattle, Class 28. He's employed as an orthopedic PA and works in orthopedic surgery as a surgical PA as well. He lectured in tech skills, adult medicine, and emergency medicine. Student comments included, great instruction and hands-on assistance, good first exposure with casting and splinting. Another student, keep it the same. Only way to learn splints is to do them. A third student wrote, Mr. Vigil is a really good speaker. He is very knowledgeable, very enthusiastic about orthopedics. I appreciated his personal experiences and personal anecdotes that he provided. Please join me in congratulating Carlos Vigil. He was unable to be with us here today, but we'll make sure he gets his apple without a bite taken out of it.
Good morning, everyone. My name's Betty Stewart. I'm your clinical coordinator. I'm here today to present the John B. Coombs Award for Leadership. But before I announce the graduate's name, I'd like to ask, what is leadership? Those who know me well will often hear me say, the whole world needs a leader. Sometimes it can be hard to find, but there are examples of selfless leadership all around us, in our homes, in our communities, and in our country and in this program. I guess what I say when I say this, I'm trying to say we all need someone we can trust, someone we can believe in, someone who walks a path of integrity, with steadiness, and most of all, with honesty. Someone who are willing to follow, someone who sees the road ahead with such clarity that even in times of chaos, leads because he or she never wavers about the mission, the objective, or the cause. I'd like to take just a moment to introduce you to the leaders on our stage here, and a few of the MEDEX graduates here who have been leaders within our organization. Again, Jennifer Erickson, MEDEX class number 41, is our UW MEDEX Tacoma site director. Mark Hawkins, class number 13, is our associate program director of clinical affairs. And lastly, in 1994, MEDEX class 25 produced another leader. After graduating from MEDEX, a young Terry Scott accepted a faculty position with the program. Over the next 17 years, Terry took on every role within the program, in both didactic and clinical sections. He was course chair for adult medicine, basic clinical skills, and was a clinical coordinator for 10 years. I don't know how he did it. Terry was a part of a steady foundation of faculty who stood firm about the MEDEX mission, and when it came time, because timing is everything, Terry stepped up to become the program director and leader of MEDEX. Terry, Mark, and Jennifer, as well as the other leaders on our stage, we as faculty and students don't often get enough chances to say thank you. And I'd like to take this brief opportunity for Tacoma Class 3, MEDEX graduates that are in the audience as well, to say thank you for leading MEDEX and MEDEX Tacoma. Now I'd like to introduce to you the Tacoma Class 3 John B. Coombs Award winner. Dr. Coombs was an Associate Dean for Regional Affairs and Rural Health in the School of Medicine. He had a long, long record of promoting the PA profession. This award is presented to the student at each site who have become role models to their peers, have assumed some of the responsibilities of leadership during their training, and have carried out those responsibilities with integrity, cooperation, and understanding. I still remember interviewing this graduate. He was a paramedic firefighter from rural Lewis County. I'm confident that no other applicant that day was as happy to be in that interview room as this individual. His laugh and his smile were completely infectious. His energy filled the room and lightened an otherwise stressful situation for himself and the others with him. The remarkable thing is that this guy displayed the same level of integrity, positive attitude, and quiet leadership throughout the entire next 2 years. He remained true to his values, his connection to his family, and his mission to become a PA. We are confident that, like John Coombs, this individual will serve as a beacon of hope to the patients in his rural home community, and when the time is right, because timing is everything, will be recognized as a leader who others follow. This year's award goes to Jason Shepard.
I'm Laura Crable. I am Tacoma faculty. Rooted in the MEDEX mission is caring for the underserved. Students are recognized for exceptional achievement in the care of improved access for promotion of public awareness of the needs of the medically underserved. This recipient will have demonstrated a strong dedication to ongoing service to underserved communities. Specifically in Tacoma, we have the Ellen Harder Award. The advisory committee for the Tacoma training sites wishes to recognize and encourage service in a dedication to underserving communities. We've already had him up here. I'd like to call upon David Johnson.
Good morning, I'm Karen Wick. I'm the MEDEX Director of Research and Graduate Programs. More importantly, I helped get these guys going on their writing assignments 2 years ago, and I'm sure they'll never forgive me for it. And I have the privilege of announcing the Writing Award. This award is given to students from the different campuses who have combined creativity and unique approaches with exceptional writing skills in the assigned papers. This student used some of the assignments in the classroom phase to explore the new role as a developing PA and reflect on the personal transition that would be required from the context of military medical service to civilian healthcare. That student began to see the inefficiencies of the civilian healthcare system and used that as an inspiration to focus on patient well-being and preventive care rather than the kind of reactive care that is currently all too common. In the clinical year, the student wrote about how PAs can fill gaps in rural healthcare, particularly in providing services for patients who need compassionate, competent care near the end of life. She also submitted a well-structured and thoughtful paper about working with patients living with a common long-term disease and considered options for patient-focused care that might better alleviate the burden of disease, particularly for medically underserved populations. Taken as a whole, this student's written assignments reveal a focus on patients and a desire to make the disjointed healthcare system work better for those patients. Whoever those patients are, they will be lucky to have this new PA taking care of them. The faculty would like to recognize Jennifer Moore.
Me again. Hello, everyone. I promise this is the last time you guys will be forced to sit there and listen to me talk behind a podium. Today I get the privilege of giving out the Spirit of MEDEX Award, which I received as a student as well, and it blew my mind because I had no idea MEDEX liked me that much, and they gave me an award. But I do know that MEDEX is probably one of the most important things in my life, and so we take this award and we really pick out a student who helped bring a smile to the face of their classmates every day, came in every day with a whirlwind of energy. Even his wife was involved in the program as well, so that might have given it away. We also like to make sure we honor someone who maintains their humor and perseverance throughout the program, and they have the positive attitude, and we kind of look at them as being an ambassador of the MEDEX program while they're a student and in the future. So it is my privilege to announce Al Noriega as the recipient of the Spirit of MEDEX Award.
Just want to say thank you to my classmates. You guys mean everything to me. Our professors have been a true inspiration, and our families, especially my wife. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Hannah Chai, and I'm one of the newer faculty members of the MEDEX PA program. Today, I have the honor of awarding the Stephen Turnipseed MEDEX Veterans Award for service to country, class, and community. This award recognizes a MEDEX student who is a military veteran for demonstrating outstanding leadership within the MEDEX class and exceptionally meritorious service within the local community. This individual has demonstrated selfless service and leadership both in and out of the classroom. For the first several years of his military career, this individual served with the 25th Infantry Division as a combat lifesaver and saw gunner, making him the first responder during most missions. He was then accepted and overcame the intense physical and psychological training to become a Special Forces medic and served with his brothers in the first group during Operation Enduring Freedom, which took him to Afghanistan and later in his career in the Philippines. His responsibilities entailed those of a medic, providing life-saving medical treatment in austere environments, including combat, but also as a soldier in the United States Army, adhering to the soldier's creed of never leaving a fallen comrade and placing the mission first. He currently serves with the Special Operations Detachment, Pacific Command in Washington, and plans to continue his service to country in California with the National Guard. As a fellow veteran PA in the United States Army myself, it is with honor to be one of the first to congratulate and welcome this young man to the Medical Specialty Corps. It's with enormous pride and distinction to present this well-deserved award to Mr. Sung Lee.
Thank you. Okay. It has been an intense journey with incredible highs and lows. I stand before you speaking on behalf of all the faculty and staff that we have been incredibly honored to serve you. The day has come that we have been finally waiting for. The day we no longer call you our students, we call you our colleagues. To all, I now call upon the 2017 University of Washington MEDEX Northwest Tacoma Class 3 graduates. Can I have the faculty stand and assist? Douglas E. Aguirre. Undo your buttons. Undo your buttons. Franz Alphonse. Alex Boldyrev. Amanda Brown. Nick Carpenter. Emily H. Clayton. Justin Dudley. Brenton Lee Dulac. Amy Edmonds. Miguel A. Escalera. Missy Griffith. Heather Nicole Gutierrez. Kevin Hack. Michael Hallstrom. Matt Hassan. David M. Johnson. Sung Dan Lee. Jason Sator Mateo. Mitchell Corbin Mears. Garrett Mundini.
Thank you so much.
Jennifer Moore. Alfred Noriega. Amy Marie Phillips. Jason Nathaniel Shepard. Aaron G. Waddell.
So, graduates, will you please stand? So on behalf of the University of Washington School of Medicine's MEDEX program, I am happy to present to you the 2017 graduates of Tacoma Class 3. Congratulations. I'd like to get you all up on stage. One more time in your white coats for one final photo, if that's okay. One more time up on stage. All of you up on stage one last time. So, folks, that ends the formal part of the ceremony. I want to thank you all for being here. And feel free to come on down and get that photo as well.